In this brand new story, a victim of ICE just went public and absolutely destroyed Donald Trump's entire night. That's right, the terror being wreaked upon our communities, all because of Donald Trump's Gestapo, must end now. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avallone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, I need you all to hold on to hope. Although right now it looks absolutely horrific what's going on in America with Trump and ICE, there is a time when these people will be held accountable.
Every time ICE and Border Patrol engage in what appear to be abusive operations, more Minnesotans show up. Every time ICE and Border Patrol engage in what appear to be violations of federal law, more Minnesotans show up. Many of us here were at a meeting with the community leaders last night who said over 20,000 Minnesotans have now been trained as legal observers. And so, Ms. Maya, I want to ask you this question. When people photograph and film and live stream ICE, that tends to make them more accountable because they're being watched, correct?
That's correct.
And even more important, people are gathering and preserving evidence that can be used in future cases. Is that correct?
That's right. I mean, it protects the right to photograph and video police conduct, and because it's the right to gather information about what public officials do on public property, and because it's about the right to record matters of public interest, which is being protected.
I simply want to note that midterm elections are in less than a year. There will be new presidential elections in less than 3 years. The statute of limitations for violations of federal law is 5 years. And while this administration may not hold anyone accountable, I guarantee you a future administration will. Yes. So thank you for not bending the knee, not yielding, and for photographing, witnessing, live streaming ICE and showing what ICE and Border Patrol are doing so the American people can see this.
And held accountable, they need to be. They're just terrorizing communities, American citizens, for no good reason.
My response to DHS is just more example of their callous disregard of the lives of Americans and Minnesotans. The facts that we have are that this was a family of taking their kids from, I guess, some sort of an athletic event and ended up getting caught in the middle of the ICE behavior and protesters. And then inexplicably, they shot tear gas too close to the car, and that caused the infant to have some respiratory problems, breathing. I understand from what I've been reported, CPR had to be administered. And people should know that these chemical irritants are highly effective and damaging to the lungs of a developing child.
But now an ICE victim just went public and destroyed Donald Trump's night. Take a look at this.
And Ania's Lucia Lopez Beloza is out front now in her first live television interview since the Trump administration admitted it mistakenly deported her. Her attorney, Todd Pomerleau, is also with us. And I appreciate both of you very much. Ania, the government admitted in court that it made a mistake. Those are their words. I mean, here you are months after this with what you've been going through. What's your reaction to that stunning admission?
I was already kind of shocked because of everything that happened. But I'm also with hearing that they have apologized to the mistake that they made. I accept their apologies, and I hope that based on this apology, I'm able to return back to my studies and also to be home with my parents.
Well, I think that's obviously incredibly gracious of you. You accept their apology and you just want to come home. I mean, you're not home right now. You're not in the United States. I know you can't disclose your current location, but you're not home. I mean, do you have any idea of when you can return?
I don't have no idea, but I do hope to return as early as possible for me to start my semester and also like finish my semester, my spring semester at Babson.
Right. Well, obviously, because you were going home for Thanksgiving and then you didn't come back. I mean, Todd, the deportation here happened, right? When Ania goes to the airport to go see her family at Thanksgiving, and then they take her. Her deportation happened in spite of a judge's order. I think a lot of people just want to understand, how does a deportation happen when it's in direct violation of a court order?
Aaron, thank you for having us on again tonight to talk about this tragedy. And, for months we were left thinking that this was purposeful conduct by the Trump administration. And we went to court on Tuesday, and the government's attorney apologized on behalf of the United States, on behalf of the Trump administration. And we have to accept it for what it is. It's a rare apology, and they can only make this right. An apology without a remedy is a hollow apology, in my view. And what happened here is she was traveling with her Honduran passport. That was her real ID, trying to board a plane, and it was a ruse. TSA and immigration enforcement were working in tandem, told her boarding pass didn't work. She was abruptly detained, taken to an ICE facility, deprived of phone calls for several days. She didn't know she had a lawyer till Monday, and we'd sued Friday. I didn't know where she was because she was disappeared from the database that would reflect that she was in the custody of ICE. We later learned in talking to Ani that she was, a few miles down the road at a military base, held there for several hours when we were trying to find her and contact her and stop this from happening. And what has apparently happened is an ICE officer received an email with a court order attached and thought that it didn't apply because the plane had already left Massachusetts. But she was flown to Texas. That's still the United States. And the next day she was deported over a weekend before we even had a court hearing. So the first court hearing we've had, we'll accept the olive branch, we'll accept the apology. And I'd like to work with the Trump administration here. They like to make deals. They like to make things happen. Let's make it happen. Let's bring her back home. She goes to Babson College, one of the best colleges in the world to study business. Just like the president, he's a business owner. She wants to be a business owner. She wants to help her father. He's a tailor. They escaped persecution. These are great people, hardworking people. They pay their taxes. They have children that are citizens. Ani's the oldest.
And Ani, I know your dad said immigration officials had showed up at one point at your home in Austin. One of the agents reportedly rushed at your father, according to the New York Times. Gosh, there's so much I want to ask you. Can I just ask you about what happened then and how that even feels to think that that happened to others in your family while you're going through this?
It was pretty shocking when I heard the news. It was more trauma for my end, knowing that I got deported, being deported, and then hearing that my parents are also going through being chased basically by ICE. It was just a lot to take in. It's been so hard for us and my family. We are been trying our best to work this whole situation out as much as we can, but it's been so difficult.
I mean, Ani, you're a college student and you go to the airport to surprise your family. And then all of this happens. You get taken into custody. You can't make phone calls for days. You don't know where they're taking you. Can I just ask you what that was like?
It was traumatizing. I have never in my life experienced this at all. And I was so worried because I had a lot of assignments that I had to turn in. And I wanted to call at least somebody in my family to be able let the school know what's going on. But it was so difficult to try to work with them because I tried to ask for phone calls and they were like, you have to wait and wait and wait until I was given one. But it was so difficult just because being a college student, we already go through a lot of stress with finals, and it was literally final seasons coming up. So it was so hard for me. I had more stress put into my shoulders.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.